Then lockdown hit, and then that was it. We were just, what do we do now? We've just spent like 2 weeks just grafting, getting it all ready. 3 days of people and then nothing. I think like for the first month, there was nothing that we were like, we didn't even really want to venture outside, let alone do anything at the shop.
We shut down maybe a week earlier than everyone was told to, just because I wanted my staff to be safe.
We closed on the 23rd of March. Unfortunately, we've missed our busy time of year. We've missed a lot of sales.
At first, me and the manager thought that we wouldn't be open, or we didn't know if the government would shut us down like every other business, or we were essential. But yeah, we ended up being essential. So we've been open 3 months now, and it's been the best 3 months of this business's lifetime.
It all happened a little quickly. One has to do what one has to do to be safe. It was just the first time in the history of this place, certainly, that we'd had to lock the doors and say no customers coming in.
Yeah, it caused quite a lot of anxiety at first and sleepless nights. Okay, what are we going to do?
We could see it coming. We knew we were going to lock down, and we locked down earlier than the government required us to, just by a few days, because we couldn't keep people safe in here. We didn't have enough information.
It knocked me for a few days in terms of more of an understanding of where I'd landed. And I think a lot of businesses felt like that. At that point, there was no information. We weren't aware of, was it just, you're closed forever, but you still have to pay everyone? How are you going to pay everyone? How are you going to tell your customers?
Everyone here has been extremely terrified, and mostly because of money. How I was going to keep a studio going that I don't really make money from. It all pours back into it to keep it going. And there was no talk about grants or help for self-employed or being a director of a business. So that was incredibly scary. I thought I might lose everything.
The government did support us. I'm very grateful for the help. I can't complain about the support the government gave me, and it's made all the difference. I couldn't have asked for any more. We're not going to come out ahead, but we won't be behind.
As I said, we saw it coming, so we were able to plan in advance, get as many orders in as possible. We had our suppliers supplying us with as much as possible in advance of the lockdown, so that as soon as it was lifted, we could quietly go back to work and fulfil the orders we already had.
I have come in because obviously it's just me. Jenny comes in on the odd occasion and does work for me, but because I'm here, I can lock the door and nobody can come in.
But a lot of customers, as I said, we dealt with gluten-free, vegan, and so suddenly people were saying, I can't get hold of this. And so I decided in the first few days that I would continue to make everything, because we do make everything here, and I would open on Saturdays for people to be able to get it, or drive out to people who weren't able to leave their homes.
But we had a lot of people on Facebook that were like, please, we've got no stuff, basically, we need this, that and the other. So, we'd look at, the franchises like CX and Curry's to see what they were getting away with, because obviously a lot of the big brands, they seem to get away with everything. For a small business, you kind of get a bit more penalised, I feel, on that scale of things. So we were like, what can we do? So we kind of followed in the steps that we would do a click and collect. We wouldn't let anybody in, but we'd come down, because we had deliveries that were backing up. So we had to come down and get the deliveries anyway. So we were sitting down here, everyone was coming to the door, and we're just like, I'm really sorry you can't come in. And then people, I'm like, but you shop for things online.
We do have an online presence, yes. That's been one thing that's kept us going through the lockdown.
And we basically just sold a lot of stuff online, a lot. We sort of panicked a bit. Just done a big drive on eBay for about a couple of months probably, and that just sort of covered everything whilst we were working out what was going on.
It's just been madness every day. Obviously we've had to adapt with one in, one out, shielded masks that I'm not wearing right now, and washing your hands when you come in. But yeah, it's been really good.
It's been okay. We got the grant for the shop, so that's helped. I don't think I can survive any longer though, so I'm really praying that July the 4th we can go back to work like they're saying hairdressers can.
How people feel about the virus and lockdown and everything, some people are taking slightly different views on it, because depending on how you perceive the information and what angle you're looking at it from, people can have quite different feelings about it. And I think that's going to affect how they implement going about starting their business again, you know.